What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. We are here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Friday, September 12th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and a proprietor of the podcast Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's going to be coming on with me today. Her name is Britny Main Farren. And she is somebody who is a Florida Everblades, or Everbabes, co-captain, I should say, but she's also Florida Everblades in-game host. She's also a dance teacher, so we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into sports, hosting, but we're also going to talk to her why about broadcasting. So I am looking forward to having her on here on my podcast. It's an absolute pleasure to always talk to a fellow person that's in broadcasting like myself. I'm a sports journalist, as people know. So, yeah, I can't wait. No doubt about it. He should be on any second now as we speak. Hello there. How we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You look absolutely lovely tonight. First of all, I just
Thank
want to
you.
get that out the way.
Thank
Absolutely. No
you.
doubt about it. No doubt about that. And I also want to say thank you for allocating your time to me to be on my podcast and be on this IG Live here. Work hard, play harder. I want to ask you, how's your week going so far?
It's going good. I am, we're gearing up, training, so working hard, but yeah, it's going good. I have actually just gotten into some different realm of a marketing business, so just kind of still learning the ropes with that, and you know, just trying to like get my feet into every, realm of marketing, media that I can. So that's what I'm doing this week.
Absolutely. That's amazing to hear. No question about that. I want to quickly reiterate to you before we get started with our conversation why I wanted to have you on here. Now, I'm a sports journalist and I've been a sports journalist for the past 8 years. Combination of doing it in Atlanta, Georgia, where I went to undergrad. I went to Kennesaw State University, where I got my undergrad and my master's there. But also, I transitioned to Minnesota, where I was covering high school sports and colleges. And then now I'm up here in upstate New York where I'm covering college, high school, and professional. I love just sports in general, and I love talking to people in media. I know you're an in-game host, if I'm not mistaken, for the Florida Everglades, which is the ECHL team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
in Fort Myers, Florida. Yep.
Absolutely. So obviously that is, what particularly when timeouts happen, you come about, you doing your thing, you're speaking, you're talking, you're engaging with the fans, and that is definitely a job that is not for the weary. That's for sure. That is definitely a difficult job to do, but it's also a very fun job to do as well. And I love talking to people in all different kinds of aspects of media, because everybody has a story to tell. So and your story is just as special as anyone else's. So I definitely wanted to be able to reach out, and that's why I wanted to have you on here, Brittany, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. So without any further ado, my first question to you is very simple. It's the same one that I ask everybody that comes on the podcast, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models, any inspirations maybe growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into sports and hosting in the media?
Yeah, so I started dancing when I was 3 and
Mm,
just fell in love with it. Had been dancing my entire life. I grew up in Philly, so my goal was always to be an Eagles cheerleader. That is just what I wanted to do. I loved it. I love football, so that was like my go-to thing. But then once I think I was a junior in high school, I actually took like a public speaking elective class just because I didn't know what else to take. And,
sure.
I think it was junior, senior, something, one of those years. And I ended up falling in love with it. I've always been a talker. You could put me in a room with anybody and I will talk to you. So I've always
Mm,
been a talker, but I ended up taking this public speaking class and fell in love with it. We had to do a 10-minute speech on something that really affected us in our life. And we had to hit
right.
certain bullet points and kind of give a speech in front of some judges. And I didn't think I was gonna win, but I ended up winning it, and I got to go
Wow.
give my speech in front of like hundreds and hundreds of people,
Hmm.
and it was just the best experience. So I actually wanted to be a teacher growing up, so I ended up switching all of my college applications and everything and went into communications.
Okay.
And I wanted to do broadcasting, news broadcasting. And I went in, but I wanted to be on camera. And then did 4 years of college for that, loved every second of it, was president of the broadcasting club, and went all in,
Okay.
and got to do a bunch of different trips around the country and meet a
Mm.
bunch of different professionals. And then about 2 weeks before I graduated, I got an email from a news station here in Fort Myers,
Hmm.
and they said, "We're looking for a producer, and you've come highly recommended, and we want to hire you." And
Wow.
I was like, I never thought I'd be a producer. I always thought I'd be
Right.
the one on camera, but it's Florida, it's a job before I graduate, and I'm in the news. Obviously, I'm going to take it. So I graduated, moved down here,
Hmm.
worked in the news station here for 5 years, being a producer. I got promoted to lead producer, got my own
Yeah.
show. It
Yeah.
was the best 5 years ever. And then within that 5 years, I saw that they were looking for, someone for the Everglades, and just kind of got to combine all of my things. So now I'm on camera talking at sports, but I'm also, got to work in the news here. So yeah, I do it because I love it, and I love talking to people. I love meeting people. I am not shy at all. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love the action of sports, of hockey. I loved hockey growing up. I was a Flyers fan. So
Sure.
yeah, I do it because I love it, and I love meeting new people. And especially at the games, you get to meet the kids, and they like look up to you, and it's so cool. I love it.
And listen, I love that answer. That's a very good first answer to the question. That's for sure. No question about that. There's a lot to unpack there before I get to the second question that I'm going to ask, because I love your energy. I think you have a face. You have a face, obviously, that's made for the camera. You should not be in behind the camera. You should be in front of the camera. There's no question about that. That's number one. Number two, I am a person that loves Philadelphia as well, as I have family out there. 215 area code, which I'm very familiar
Yes.
with Philadelphia out there. Broad Street Bullies, you already said Philadelphia Flyers, so you know about that as well. My aunt and uncle, like I said, is from there. So, and yeah, I have a lot of affinity and ties for Philadelphia. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you were rooting pretty loud this past Super Bowl, which I had a chance to cover that. I went to New Orleans and covered the Super Bowl this past year.
Yes.
So,
Oh, I
yeah.
cried like a baby.
I bet you did. I bet you did. It was absolutely nuts over there
Yeah.
with the Philly fans for sure. No question about that.
Yeah.
But
When they won the Super Bowl in 2017, that season,
mhm, mhm.
I was in Philly, and
Oh,
yeah, I got to like hear all the cheering and go outside, and it actually, fun fact, was my birthday that day. So I always say that was the best birthday ever.
so hold on. Are you an Aquarius?
I am.
I am too.
When's your birthday?
February 2nd.
Mine's February 5th.
Wow, look at that.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going Groundhog Day is my birthday for sure. No question
Wow.
about that. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay.
What a small world. No wonder we vibing so good right now. I
I
love that. I love
know.
that. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's pretty awesome. I love the fact also that you said that you worked in news. You was a news producer, so you did multiple different roles.
Mhm.
I believe you went to Coatesville High School, just
I
doing some research.
did.
Yes, you went to Coatesville High School, doing a
The
little
Red
bit of
Raiders.
research.
I love it.
Absolutely. And my next question actually leads to the where you went to college, which was Millersville,
Hmm.
University of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And that was the college that you went to. Were there any other schools that was on your radar to go to them, or was you dead set on going to Millersville?
I was dead set on going to Millersville. I, applied to other ones, but that was my number one. My mom
Mhm.
also went there, so it was really cool to go and, be in the same school she was in. And it was a different building, but my freshman dorm was the same area as her dorm.
Mhm.
They had like, knocked it down and rebuilt it and everything, but it was
Mhm.
really cool. The day I stepped foot on that campus with my mom, I was like, I'm not going anywhere else. Like that
Mhm.
was my spot. They had a great, they're known for their teaching program, which again, always wanted to be a teacher. So I was
Right.
like, oh, that would be perfect. And then their second best known program is their communications program. So it
Mhm.
was perfect. So even when I kind of, switched over and saw their facilities and everything, there was no question about it. The day I got in, I got accepted. I didn't care about anywhere else.
I love it. I love it. Now you're a dance teacher now, if I'm not
Mhm,
mistaken, right?
mhm.
Okay, so what genre do you teach?
So right now, this year, I am teaching lyrical and I'm teaching hip
Mm.
hop.
Oh,
I teach
okay.
4 classes. Yeah, very different, very different styles. But they're two of my favorites. And yeah, I teach at a local studio here, and I love my little kids more than anything. They're so cute. It's my second year at that studio.
Okay, I like that. Now, what part of Florida are you in?
So it's Fort Myers, Florida. It's
Okay.
southwest.
Mhm.
So below Tampa, right above Naples.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Now, I'm going to ask you some favorite questions, Brittany, and you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so
Okay.
here we go. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Oh, that I like to cook?
Hmm.
That's different. My favorite meal I like to eat is sushi, but my favorite meal I like to cook, I'm not a very good cook, I'll be honest. I would say this is these are the hard-hitting questions. I honestly the only thing I really know how to make is like different types of chicken dishes, so something with
Oh.
chicken, rice,
Hmm. Well,
something.
that's good enough. I mean,
Yeah,
listen, that's
they're
okay. That
good.
is, yeah, that's solid. That's solid as hell. There's no
Yeah.
question about that. Now, mind you, fun fact: I've never tried sushi. Never had sushi before. Yeah, I know your eyes just got super big, but yeah, I never had sushi before because it's raw and it's also cooked sushi, so I don't know what sushi to try first.
Okay, so I prefer the like raw types of sushi just because the cooked ones sometimes they're too fried and like you can't
Mhm.
taste the stuff in them.
Okay.
But if I could recommend like
Yeah.
a good starter roll,
Hmm.
if you like if you can eat dairy or whatever, the Philadelphia roll, and that's not me being biased, it's just good. It has cream cheese in it, and it kind
Hmm.
of helps with like that fishy taste if you don't like that. So that's a good starter.
Okay.
That was my favorite roll for a long time.
Well, I'm a huge taco person because I love
Okay.
Mexican and Italian food really well. Love those foods to the core. So no question about that. So I'm definitely a huge taco person. I could whip that up. I'm not a huge cook either,
Mhm.
but if you put me in the kitchen, that would be my first dish for sure.
Okay.
Favorite concert you've ever attended?
My oh my gosh, my mom's gonna be so proud of this answer. My favorite concert I've ever attended was with her, and we
Hmm.
went to see Bon Jovi.
Wow, another
And
Philadelphia Jersey guy. Yeah. Yep.
yes, yes,
Yep.
and
Yep.
he was at the Wells Fargo Center in
Hmm.
Philly.
Hmm.
I've seen him a couple times now, but my the first time I ever saw him, I was in 6th grade, and my mom let me like make a poster, and it was so much fun, and it was like to this day my favorite concert. And I go to a lot of concerts, but best concert ever.
Bon Jovi has a lot of good songs. "It's My Life" is coming to my mind right now.
Yeah.
"Wanted" is another one that I really love.
Mhm.
What is your song of Bon Jovi's or a favorite song of yours from him?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I really like Runaway, but it's like popular but not super popular. Runaway is a good one, but Living on a Prayer, classic, like such a good one. So
That is
yeah.
a good one. That is a
Yeah.
very good one. Okay, I like that. Now, I would say my favorite concert is The Weeknd. I'm a huge R&B person. So the
Yeah.
weekend, that's a good vibe. I love that. But I also am a huge I like all different kinds of genres, but the one concert that I really loved was Panic at the Disco, which is
I
one of my
love
favorite.
them.
One of my favorite concerts is them, for sure,
Yeah.
no question about it. And I really didn't know who the hell they were prior to me
Yeah.
seeing it. It was just a extra ticket that one of my friends had back when I was in college in Atlanta. He said, "Hey man, you want to go check them out?" I was like, "Sure, I'm not doing anything." So I went to the show, and man, that was just a great show, and they're a great group. So I love them. Love
Yeah.
Panic at the Disco. Um, Favorite place, Brittany, you've ever traveled to?
Hmm. This is gonna sound kind of weird, but I'll explain.
Hmm.
So Sun Valley, Idaho, the most random you would never think of place, but I went for a wedding one time and it was the most gorgeous place I have ever been to.
Okay.
Um, it's really known for its skiing, and it's like a small town up on a mountain. Just like it's gorgeous. I don't even know how to explain it, but it was beautiful, and that would probably be my favorite place. Like in the country,
Hmm.
outside of the country, I've only ever really gone to like resort like islands or something. So I went to Punta Cana and I loved that. That was probably my second favorite one.
Okay, now
Yeah.
shout out to Sun Valley, Idaho. That is definitely a first here on the Work Hard Play Hard podcast. I don't think anybody's ever said a favorite place in a city in Idaho. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
but that's amazing. I love it. I love to differentiate. That's awesome. And Punta Cana is definitely a beautiful place. There's no question about that. Been there before. Jamaica was my favorite place. No question about that. Loved the scenery, loved the jerk chicken, the rice, the food, the people. Everything was just great there. Went on a cruise that my dad set up last year. So, and I plan on going to a lot more cruises and do a lot more traveling
Yeah.
in the upcoming years. I just got my passport, so I definitely would love to do that for
Nice.
sure.
Yeah.
Now we're sports people, Brittany. So I'm going to ask you a sports question. It's a two-parter. Okay,
Okay.
favorite sport you like to watch on TV. Favorite sport you like to attend in person. They could be the same sport.
Okay. They're not the same sport. My favorite sport I like to watch on TV is for sure football.
Okay.
I like do not bother me on a Sunday. I'm watching football. But my favorite sport to attend in person, and this is probably a little biased, but is hockey because it's so fast paced and it's
Mhm.
so exciting. You never know what's going to happen. And I've been working in it for 6 years now, so I'm a little biased, but
Yeah, absolutely, no question. And I'm very familiar with the Florida Everglades because I used to work for the Atlanta Gladiators. If you
oh, okay.
know what they are, and when I was
Yeah,
out there, I used to work for them, who play in the same league of the ECHL as well. So yes,
yeah.
definitely very familiar with them. Obviously, the Eagles have a very big time matchup, which is the Super Bowl rematch this upcoming Sunday versus
I
the
know.
Chiefs. Now I do think personally. No spoiler alert, but I definitely think the Eagles are going to win the game. Not just because you're on here or that you're wearing green, but I do think, but I do think that the Eagles are a better team than the Kansas City Chiefs right now,
Mhm.
particularly. I just think that they stack up better. And I think that they've had more time. Although Kansas City's had an extra day as well because they played Friday. Eagles
Mhm.
played Thursday. Um, I just think that they're better. And plus, Kansas City's without their number one guy, which is Xavier Worthy. He got
I
hurt
know.
in the
I
last game.
know. He's
So,
on my
uh,
fantasy team.
oh wow, but
I
yeah,
know.
I,
So
bel
I was
I
not
believe
happy.
he is out. He will not be playing in this particular game, which takes the explosiveness away from the Chiefs' offense. So,
Mhm.
what do you think about that game upcoming? This is going to be the game of the week. Everybody's going to be watching it. It's the afternoon game at
Yeah.
four something.
Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. So obviously, I've been an Eagles fan my whole life,
Hmm.
but they've garnered a lot more, attention in the past couple of
Hmm.
years for multiple different reasons. Super
Hmm.
Bowl, the Kelseys, that whole thing. But I'm so excited. I love going out and just like being in the community watching a game at a restaurant or something, and being
Right.
down here in Fort Myers we don't always get the games from up north. So I am very excited that we're actually getting this game and I can actually watch it and
Mhm.
not have to, go on a website that's like has pop-ups every 5 seconds. But
Oh, I know those
yeah.
websites. I know those websites, girl. I do. I know what you're talking about. That's amazing. That's
But
amazing.
sometimes you got to do what you got to do when you
Hmm.
don't have,
Hmm.
the stations down here. But I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good one, and I also think the Eagles are gonna win.
Yeah, I definitely do. Definitely got the Eagles winning. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Eagles are playing the NFC, AFC East this year. So I do think they play. They definitely play the Bills,
Hmm.
for sure. And I believe they play Miami. Might be coming down into Florida, either Miami or. I don't think they come into Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay goes to them, but I do think they come to
Okay.
Miami.
I was gonna say I know they play the Bucks at some point. I just wasn't sure if it was here or there.
No, I think they're in Philadelphia for
Okay.
that one for sure. But I do think they play the Dolphins down there in Miami. I do think so for sure. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe if you want to
Yeah.
go see Eagles play, or if your family is still in Philadelphia, don't know how often you get the chance to go there. I know I'm probably going to go there at least once this year for sure to the link.
Yeah.
Because my uncle is a huge fan and he loves going back home. So yeah, that's just what it is. So.
Yeah, my whole family's still up there. I moved here by myself, and
Mhm.
they're all still up there, and they get to catch games and do all that fun stuff. But
Okay.
I might have to tag along this year.
Yeah, please. Yeah, yeah, do that for sure. Now, my last of the favorites. I'm a huge foodie. I have not been to either Naples or Fort Myers, in Florida. Actually, last time I was in Florida was in Orlando for the Podcast Fest,
Okay.
which I'll be returning there this next January. But I want to know, in those two cities that you're close to, what is your favorite restaurant to eat at?
Oh, my favorite restaurant. It would probably have to be an Italian restaurant,
Mm,
not too far from me. Love Italian food,
yep.
and it's like that authentic. Like it's so good. They make the pasta in the cheese
Hmm.
wheel. It's called
Hmm.
Divietto's,
Oh.
and it's so good. My friends and I we go there for every special occasion. That is our go-to place.
Okay, okay. I'm definitely going to have to keep that in mind. And obviously, if you're still there, I'm definitely going to have to say what's up to you for sure.
Yes,
There's
of
no question
course.
about that. There's no question. Now, this is a bonus one for food, because I would like to know as well. What is your favorite restaurant to eat out at in Philadelphia?
Ooh, that's a good question. Hmm. I don't know.
Mm.
Now you stumped me.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't been up there as much as I would like to in recent years since I've moved here. So when I do get to go up there, we don't really go
Yeah,
out too much. We're always at home and having people come over.
sure.
Um,
Absolutely.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Oh,
Listen,
I
I'm
will
going to
have
let
to
you
say,
go ahead.
Jim's is the go-to place for a cheesesteak.
That was going to be my follow up because I've had conversations with my aunt and my uncle, who is obviously from there, as I said, and a lot of times people say Pat's and Geno's.
Hmm.
And they say those are the visitor people, and people that come there, they mention those. But the
Hmm.
real place, my uncle says, is Jim's, or
Hmm.
I think Alessandro's or something. I think it's Alessandro's.
Alessandro's, yeah, something like that. I've heard of that. I've never been to that one, but Jim's
Okay,
is so good. But if you're going like as your tourist and you want to go to Pat's or
sure,
Geno's,
yeah.
like just go. Who cares what other people think? Like they're still good. Out of those two, I'm a Pat's girl, but that's just me.
Okay. I don't like cheese. I don't like the cheese whiz stuff. People told me about the cheese whiz.
That's
I'm
the
not
best
really.
part.
I'm listen. Give me some provolone. Give me some provolone. Give me some provolone cheese. Slap that thing on there. Now,
Okay.
cheese whiz is good for a cracker, but on
Hmm.
a cheesesteak, I don't know about that one, Brittany. I don't know about that one. That's just me. But you know what? I would definitely try Pat's and Geno's because I have not tried a cheesesteak there in Philadelphia. I've only been there a couple times, but I am going there this season for sure, no
Yeah.
question. So next time I go, I will try that, and I will
Yeah.
let you know. You'll be the first for sure.
Yes, thank God. They
That's
have
what's
some
up.
cheesesteak places. They might have one a Geno's maybe at the link. So
Okay.
you'll have to
Say
check it
that.
out. But I'm sure they
Yeah.
have cheesesteaks there.
Absolutely. That's what's up. Now, let's talk about your day to day. Now, you say that you are doing marketing things with a marketing firm or company.
Mhm.
You're also a dance teacher. You teach four different dance classes.
Mhm.
But you're also an in-game host. And as you know, with the hockey season, there's what I would say 82 some games, and there's 41 games at home, if I'm not mistaken. 41 of those
Yeah,
are at home.
I think our regular season is 36 games at home, but
36.
playoffs obviously,
Hmm.
fingers crossed every year, but then there's
Right.
more.
So that's a lot of games. 36 at home, and typically the hockey season goes from fall to spring,
Mhm.
right? And doing that. So you got a lot on obviously a lot on your plate. So I would love to know, what is your day to day operations of doing things, of hosting, of doing all, of encompassing all of those things. What is the day in the life of Brittany?
Yeah, so once I got out of the news industry, my hours completely flipped.
Hmm.
I was doing the morning show there, so I was, working 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. or, my
Oh,
hours switched a lot,
the
but
overnight.
yeah, it was more
Okay.
overnight. Eventually, my
Okay.
last couple years I was there, I was doing 3 a.m. to 12 or something, one of those.
Wow.
So it was a little bit better, but now that I'm out of that and I'm not nocturnal anymore, I work um, I do marketing and I work a 9 to 5. And then, so on game days, which are usually Wednesdays, Fridays, or Saturdays,
Hmm.
I will, drive over after, get ready in a locker room, and then once I am, prepared, and we have our pregame little meeting, and the big boss guy tells me, where to be, what to say. They have the script and everything.
Right.
Then is when I will start mic check and things like that,
Hmm.
and just kind of prepare. And then once it's game time, I have about 4 reads per period. So I'll
Okay.
have the media timeout reads, which are 3 of those, and then I'll usually have just an on-camera stand-up. And then I also will do the intermission games. So I'm pretty much on the move and always keeping time. It makes the games go so fast, which is
Yep.
crazy, but
Yep.
um, always getting ready. And then this year, for this upcoming season, I will also be interviewing some of the players on the ice after
Mhm.
periods end. So that'll be something new and, challenging and exciting. So I'll have to come up with those questions and kind of in between my promos, keep an eye on what's happening so I know what to ask them.
Sure.
Um, but on not game days after work, when I do go teach at the dance studio, I will drive over after work as well. And I teach from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Wow.
And yeah, so I'm always on the go. When I leave at 7 or 8 a.m., depending on the day, I'm not back until usually earliest, like 9:30 p.m.
Wow. So this is actually kind of a perfect time because obviously the hockey season hasn't started yet. It doesn't start till next month, and I know that because I'm probably going to be doing some hockey games myself with the Rochester Amerks and also the Buffalo Sabres as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, nice.
For sure. No doubt. Thank you. And tell me about how the off season is. How the off season is for you. I know it's probably a little bit more quiet. Is there a particular routine that they want in-game hosts to do maybe in the off season, or is it just one of those things where you just kind of show up to the arena and then they prepare you for everything and then you go out and do your thing? Because and this is kind of a bonus thing too, Brittany, because games typically start at about what 7, maybe 7:30.
Mhm.
They don't end till about 9:30. They go about 2.5 hours. I mean, we're talking about 3 periods of 20 minutes each, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then typically media people have to stay there till the very last person leaves, which it can get pretty late. So tell me about that process as well.
Yeah. So yeah, game days. once everyone, the game is over, win or lose, I will go
Hmm.
into our post game meeting with the
Yep.
whole production team, and they'll kind of go over what went right, what went wrong, if the games worked out well, the intermission games, what could I do better, if
Hmm.
scripts were like a little wonky,
Hmm.
things like that. So, and sometimes like in previous seasons we've had issues with like microphones, and they'll be like, okay, when you use this one, you have to hold it this way, and just things like
Sure.
that.
Yep.
So that takes a little bit of time, and then yeah, usually we wait until most people are out of the arena, and then I get to go home. But in the off season, usually, it's not too much of a break, luckily, because we're a very good team,
Right.
that we usually make it pretty far in playoffs, knock on wood. So usually it's not too much of a break, which is nice because I love being at the arena and I would rather it go all year if it could.
Yep.
But
Yep.
so yeah, it's not bad. We usually start kind of gearing up in the next couple weeks,
Yep.
and just getting ready. I was actually just at the arena on Wednesday talking to my boss, and he was saying, they're getting all the sponsorships together and everything,
Yep.
and getting all the staff ready for different games and ideas kind of floating around like that, just like a little check-in. So yeah, it's gearing up. It'll be here before we know it. Our preseason games are October 9th and 10th, I think,
Yep.
so it's coming
Yep.
up.
Absolutely. Now, being an Ever Babes captain, how long have you been an Ever Babes captain, and what is an Ever Babe? Describe to me what that process is of being an Ever Babe and a captain for it.
Yeah. So this is my first year actually as full captain. And in previous years, I just would, kind of be like a game day leader.
Hmm.
There's a bit of a difference, but that's a whole thing. um, but yeah, this is my sixth year on the team working with the Blades. And I have loved every second of it. Again, I got into it because I've always danced and I loved it. And it has opened the opportunity to host. And that's, the way I got into hosting there was kind of crazy. I was there for a game, and as cheering and dancing, and the host needed to go out of town and they couldn't find a cover. There was three of us, and both of the top two girls couldn't make it, and they were like, well, Brittany likes to talk and Brittany went to school for this, so let's throw her on there. So
Ooh, okay. I
yeah,
like that.
that's how I got in it. And they just like put me on the mic, and then before I knew it, I was hosting multiple games, and was on my own, and like didn't even need a like sidekick or someone to help me. I just was doing it on my own, and kind of got into my own routine of how I like to set up my cue cards and all that good stuff.
I
And
love it.
yeah, that's how I got into it. It was crazy, but I loved it. And then now I'm just looking forward to being on the mic even more this year.
I love that. Now, with that being said, a lot of times, especially in broadcasting and sports, it's a great segue to this next question I want to ask you, and that's about mental health and work-life balance. I've met many journalists throughout my 8 years that stepped away because their mental health wasn't right, and their work-life balance wasn't right. Right. This is the industry where for evenings, for weekends, we work through holidays, as you know. And journalism is like that too. It's rare that we get a day off on a holiday. We have to rotate those days, particularly if you're in a
Mhm.
station or if you're working in a publication. I want you to talk to me, even from being a news producer at the station, from that standpoint. How did you keep your mental health strong, but also still have that work-life balance? Because to me, you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. There's no question about that. I certainly
Thank
wouldn't
you.
mind being around you, and I think your friends and family members will say the same thing about you. But you need Brittany time. You have working and doing so many different things, but like I said, you need some Brittany time too to yourself. So how do you get that balance?
Yeah, so um, to be completely transparent, I have
Hmm.
always had kind of mental health. I don't want to say issues because that sounds bad, but I struggled with my mental health since I was
Sure.
very young,
Okay.
and have always just kind of been in that, going to different therapists and things like that, on medication. But I think as I've gotten older, I have been able to handle it a little bit better. Obviously, you learn.
Sure. Hmm.
And working in the news industry it was hard, obviously, because you're overnight and things like that. And the
Right.
things I'm sure the things I've seen, I really wish like I would never have seen them. I worked in the news industry in the most what I would say was pivotal times. Everything from COVID to like just
Black
so
Lives
many
Matter too.
Black Lives Matter, Me Too movement, like things like
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
were just crazy times that I would have to just pretend were okay and just write about and talk about. And
Right.
it was just, it was crazy, like now that you actually think about it. But I one of something that was really pivotal to me locally too was we had a really really bad hurricane in 2023, I want to say, or 2022.
Yep.
um yeah,
I remember that.
and we were at the station for 10 days straight working 12 hours on 12 hours off, and like power going out, things like just everything going on. And that was something really pivotal that I was like, if we can get through this, we'll be okay. I was seeing, like we were doing live reports or recorded reports, and like bodies or like things would just be like floating by, and it was just like
Right.
things that I wish I would have never seen. So figuring out how to kind of, I don't separate home and work, took a bit, but I think I was able to do it just because I was in the industry for as long as I was.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've always been a pretty, even when I'm dealing with the mental health issues, I feel like I've always been a pretty strong person. I've gone through a lot in my life that has tested me.
Yeah.
So I think I was able to kind of, not that I ever would want any, the COVID or the Black Lives Matter or anything to happen again.
Sure.
But it is something that like it shaped me into who I am today for sure.
Oh, no question. I think life, there's no manual to read about life, right? There's no step one, step two, step three, and then we'll have life figured out. Like this, the only way you're going to be able to um, even have some kind of mastery over this thing we call life is to be able to go through life experiences. Now, for me, I'm in my 30s now, and for me, I think life has kind of slowed down, especially from being in my 20s. Being in my 20s, I felt like I was going warp speed all the time, super fast, always on the go, doing different things, and not really just thinking like long term, just thinking really moments, right?
Hmm.
In the moment, being in the moment. But now, as I gotten older in this industry more, you get more confident. You also get more sure of yourself. You also get to the point where you kind of have it a little bit better under control, like you said, with mental health and work-life balance. Like this, it's okay to say no to some things.
Hmm.
Maybe in your 20s you might not say no when you're first starting out, but now I will say no in a minute. There's no
Me too.
question about it. No question, I would say that in a minute.
Hmm.
Something that you also brought up too, which I really do appreciate your transparency. You brought up therapy. A lot
Hmm.
of people don't talk about that. They don't talk about going to therapy or seeking help from a professional, talking to someone, because sometimes your loved ones tell you what you want to hear
Hmm.
instead of what you need to hear, and sometimes you need a different voice. That's a professional voice. It's just going to be unbiased,
Right.
right, to your problems and to your issues, which also brings up a great segue to this next question, which is advice. What is some advice you would give somebody that wants to be kind of a duplicate of what you're doing, an in-game host, or maybe a dance person or a cheerleader, or maybe somebody that wants to be in the news industry. What kind
Yeah.
of advice would you give that individual?
Yeah, when it comes to, doing things on camera, whether that's hosting or dancing or anything, the biggest hurdle I had to get over
Hmm.
was worrying about what people thought and worrying what, oh, like she, said this weird or she looks weird or whatever. Just who cares? Because I can almost guarantee you that person would never have enough guts to get up in front of thousands of people and a microphone and do what you or I am doing. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I would
Right.
say just if you love it, don't care what anyone else thinks, whether
Right.
it's a random person or, sometimes people deal with like people, their friends or their family saying, whatever. Just if you love it, go for it and really try if you're looking to get into the industry, network as much as you can.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
my biggest, that's how I got here. I went to a convention in, I think it was in New York. I went to a convention in New York in college and ended up getting to go to the like Fox News like
Hmm.
headquarters
Hmm.
and got to meet people there, and that somehow that person who met me there relayed my information and me, who I am and what they thought of me, to my boss who worked at a news station in Fort Myers, Florida. Like I didn't even know Fort Myers, Florida was a place. Like
Right.
so it's just
Right.
crazy how it is all truly within who you know. So
Hmm.
just go to the networking, meet people. I love when people ask me about the news industry or if I can help them. I there was a young guy who was in college with who would go to Everglades games and knew I worked in the industry, and I got to connect him with, our sports reporters who worked over at ABC. And I love that kind of stuff. He,
Yeah.
he would send me over little like PowerPoints that he would do and just things like that. Like I love helping people trying to get networked and connected like that.
Absolutely. Great advice, Brittany. It really is. The networking part is essential. There's no question about it. I can remember my first ever internship, which was with the Knoxville Ice Bears, which is another minor league hockey team. And I took a mega bus to Knoxville because I did not have a
Mhm.
car at the time. It's a grind, y'all. It certainly is. It definitely is a grind being in sports, working evenings, doing this. But it's not to discourage you from not doing it. This is something that I feel like I was chosen to do. This is my calling. And I would say Brittany would say the same thing. Not to speak for you, but I would say that you would say the same thing. Networking is absolutely key. I think the second thing is portfolio. You got to build some kind of portfolio, whether you want to write, produce, edit, host, whatever. You got to get something of some kind of portfolio, some kind of clips, some kind of videos of yourself, because
Mhm.
everybody's going to have a degree. Everybody is going to have piece of paper saying that I did this in college, I did that in college, but you have got to stand out. And that's where the
Mhm.
confidence thing comes in. And that's where the networking comes in. And that's how you got to where you are with the Florida Everglades, sorry, as the end host. But
Mhm.
I also networked to be able to cover the Super Bowl this past year and knock off something on my list that was a goal of mine. Couldn't believe it. I was actually on the field talking to Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts
So
and
cool.
Kendrick Lamar as well. So that's amazing. But it's just one of those things where networking took place, because that wouldn't have happened if networking didn't take place.
Yeah.
So absolutely key. You're absolutely right. Networking is definitely key for that for sure. Um, this bonus question came up in my mind though. Are you a Sixers fan?
I I'm not a basketball fan.
Okay.
Which is so weird because I actually grew up playing basketball for
Okay.
years.
Okay.
So, but I don't really watch it. So,
So so what can I do to convert you over to basketball? What can I do to do that?
hmm. That's a good
As
question.
a sports reporter now, because I know the game very well. I can definitely teach you the game. That's my
Yeah,
favorite sport. You guys have a great arena in Wells Fargo.
I
I
know.
can come, Brittany. We can work on this. We can
We
do
can work
this.
on it because I understand the game. I played it
Yeah,
for years, so I just need
because
to like watch it.
mind you, I need for you to help me with hockey. I
Okay,
only say that so you can help me with hockey because
fun.
I'm a fan, but I don't know many of the players, and I don't know a lot of the rules, and I don't know a lot of the stuff. And even when I did my internship, it was a game day operations internship with the Knoxville Ice Bears. So pretty much I was doing tickets and will call. And
Yeah,
you know how there's a play area around where the kids. Do you guys have a play area where kids do like the bounce house and play hockey outside and stuff like
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Okay, so you have that. So yeah, that's what we had too in Knoxville. So I was in charge of that. I was over there playing with the kids and stuff like that, doing that. So okay, that's what's up.
yeah.
I want to get to this next question, and basically what this is it's called bucket list.
Okay,
Okay, and I want you to give me a top four of events, or stories, or just things in general that you would like to cover in your career that you haven't done yet.
okay. And you said there's four? Is that what you said?
Four.
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 Okay.
Yep.
Um, Stanley Cup playoffs final game would be
Mm,
unreal.
okay.
I since moving down here, I've started going to and watching the Florida Panthers,
Yep.
and so going to their games is insane, and their in host are is so good. Her name's Gabby. She is so good at what she does.
Yeah.
So I would love to do that. That would be so cool. Super Bowl obviously would be second. It would
I could
be
talk to you about that. That is amazing experience.
unreal.
You would love that. You would love it.
Yeah, that would be
Mhm.
unreal. It would be so cool.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Mm,
You know what I was thinking when you were talking? I was thinking red carpet. I think you would look absolutely amazing on a red carpet event. You would look amazing, but then two, I
it's
think you would have great stories and great conversations with athletes, like maybe at ESPYS awards.
yeah,
I think you would do great with that.
that would be so fun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love just like getting to talk to, people.
Yeah, yeah, I think that.
Yeah, that could be my third. I want to do something kind of that I've never really like stepped foot into. Like, I don't, for some reason, like one of the first things that came to my mind was like F1 racing or like a NASCAR thing. Like that's never really been my thing,
Hmm.
but you know, neither like neither was hockey for a little bit. Neither,
Right,
so
right.
I feel like I could, like fall in love with that too. And they do F1 racing in Miami, so not too far.
They do. And I love asking this question to everybody on my podcast because I want them to speak their stuff into existence. Right. I feel
Mhm.
like if you have goals that you're reaching for, then you'll never ever get complacent or tired or just bored with where you're at. I feel like if you're always striving for something, it gives you purpose. If you stop striving for something, then you no longer have purpose, and then you lose sight of, like what am I here for? Like what
Right.
am I doing? Right. So I would say my four is similar to yours. They're pretty much all sports, but I would say the no particular order. The Olympics. Being in Los Angeles in 28 is a goal of mine. I grew up in California, so I definitely wouldn't mind being at the Olympics. That would be so nostalgic for me, for sure. I would say definitely a Stanley Cup Finals.
Hmm.
No question. I don't think my Blackhawks will make it, but that's okay. I would still love to be there and cover it, because I do love hockey as a sport. I think it's a very skillful sport.
Hmm.
And lastly, I can't skate worth a damn. So anybody that can, yeah, so I can't skate. So I admire those people that's on skates for sure.
I
That
don't
can do
know.
it. That's for sure. I think the next one I would like to do is a college football playoff or March Madness, and I think I'm going to cross off March Madness this next March because March Madness is coming to Buffalo. which I'm only an hour and some change away. So I'm hoping to be able to cross that off the list. So that would be a dream of mine. And then the last one that I want to do, um, I think I would. I'm such a huge baseball fan,
Hmm.
but now that I think about it, I didn't say this one either. My favorite sport is basketball, so I would love to do an NBA Finals. NBA
Yeah.
Finals for sure. But World Series is the honorable mention. I definitely would love to do a World Series or just a playoff game in general because I'm a huge baseball fan as well.
Yeah. That would be really cool. That
That
would
would be
that would
awesome.
be awesome.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, I want to ask you about advice someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to.
Okay. Hmm. There's like so much running through my head now.
Right,
Um,
right.
oh my gosh. I one of the first things that came to me was like all the way back in high school when I took that public speaking class. So
Hmm.
I feel like this one is, kind of like fundamental for me in a way because that's kind
Right.
of like what got me here. But what he was my public speaking teacher. His name was Mr. Polk, and
Hmm.
I owe him a lot.
Hmm.
um, but he just told me, and this had to come from the speech that we did. It was something that kind of formed us into like why we were the way we were up until that point.
Right,
And he was like, just speak how you would speak to a friend, like a person, like a friend. Don't
right,
don't come across as some like trying to be something you're not. Just write and speak like you talk. And as like small as that is, it just like kind of made everything click. And then
right,
same in the news industry, they always tell you, you like see a news reporter, especially like on, nightly news and things like that, and they're like have their
right,
anchor voice and they're like this. But
right.
in local news and then finding and hosting, same thing. Write and speak like you're talking to just another person because that's going to get your point across and what you're trying to say better because you're just coming off as like a human.
Yeah.
So that honestly, write like you talk. That's another really good uh, one of our anchors. He doesn't work there anymore, but he used to work at ABC with me. His name is Jeff Butera. He has a book that is actually called Write Like You Talk.
Okay.
And when I found that out, I was like, is this fate? So um, he
That's
has,
funny. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, he has a book, Write Like You Talk, and
Right.
it's an amazing book. So if that's another piece of advice, if anyone asked, I would say get that book.
Okay. I like that. We had Ashley Wild Adventures said, shout out to Mr. Polk. So she
That's
said
my
that. That's his
sister.
sister. Well, shout out to his sister on here. I bet she's absolutely amazing, just like yourself, Brittany. There's no question about that.
She's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yes.
No, no doubt, no doubt. Now we have reached the portion of the podcast now that we are going to play my interactive game, and it's a
Okay.
game I like to play with all of my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's called This or That. What it is, Brittany, is I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. Okay,
Okay.
so are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, if you had to choose one to eat at, which restaurant would you rather eat at? Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
Texas Roadhouse, 100%.
Oh, you like the cinnamon biscuits, don't you?
I love Texas
I
Roadhouse.
know that's right, girl. I
I
know
didn't
that's
even know
right.
what the second option was, and I was like, Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Okay. All right, we off to a good start. Now, when it comes to chicken wings, which flavor would you rather put on a wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Hmm. Barbecue.
Okay. Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Wet.
Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
So you like to get messy with it.
Yeah, but I prefer like hot buffalo. That is like my go-to sauce is hot buffalo.
Girl, you on point like a period. That's what I'm saying right
Mhm.
now. You are definitely doing your thing right now. I like that. Okay. That's what's up. We are off to a damn good start. Look at us. Okay. These next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend.
Okay.
Okay. So, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Rihanna or Beyonce?
Rihanna.
Oh, you Riri all day. You said that
Mhm.
real quick. Are you
I
not? You not on
love
Queen B?
Rihanna. Her Super Bowl performance. I
Okay.
love her.
Okay. Oh, your sister said, "Hey, girl, you're the best." That's so she was like, "Okay, I like that. I like that." Thank you for tuning in. By the way, um, this next one here. Which concert would you rather go see? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Kendrick.
Girl, damn it, Brittany, you are on point. That's what I'm
Okay,
talking
good. I
about,
was like
girl.
a
Here
little
we
nervous
go.
for a second.
Here we go. I love it. Let's keep it going. Let's see if we can keep this thing going. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Ariana Grande or Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Are you a Swiftie?
I'm a huge Swiftie.
Wow. Did you go see the
Love.
Eras tour?
No, I tried. I tried multiple different times and never got in for tickets, so I'm a
That
little
is,
upset. It's okay.
so I'm not a Swiftie. However, I will say that her 1989 album is probably my favorite of hers.
Yes, so good.
It is very good. And my favorite song is Wildest Dreams.
That's a
Uh
good one.
no question about it. I love Wildest Dreams. It's just a great vibe. I can blast that one up and turn that up, and people look at me so weird when I'm singing it, but it's really a damn good song. It really is.
It's
So
good. Yeah, my
yeah.
best friends and I, we all got like dressed up and went to when her movie came out, like the Eras Tour movie. We went to that because a lot of us like could never get tickets. So
Yeah, when I went on my cruise, I sat next to two ladies my whole flight because we had to take a flight to Miami. So I was in Minneapolis at the time, took a flight to Miami. The whole flight was singing nothing but Taylor Swift. It happened to be the same weekend that Taylor Swift was doing her Miami shows last October. And
hmm
the whole flight was singing nothing but Taylor Swift songs. And they paid $1,700.
yeah,
I said, hell no.
no.
I can't do that. I can't do that. But shout out to all the Swifties. If you're out
Yeah.
there, shout out to you. I'm pretty sure you're very happy for her engagement, and I'm sure you're happy that she's coming out with a new album in less than what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so
Okay.
excited. And
Okay.
I've always loved the Kelseys. I loved them,
Sure.
way before Taylor and Travis were even together.
Right.
I've met Jason Kelsey. I have pictures with Jason Kelsey. Like
Mhm.
he's, our like hometown guy. So it was just cool to see it like all together.
Okay. I love that. Let's keep it going. Now, this next music concert. Which music concert would you rather go see? Casey Musgraves or Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you're very decisive, Brittany. I love that. Now
Yeah.
this last one here, okay, this last one might be the toughest one, but we'll see.
Okay.
Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see her or would you rather go see SZA?
Hmm. SZA.
You have to
Yeah.
think about that for a minute though.
I did because I like both of them, but I know more SZA music.
Okay, I'm with you on
So
that. Let's get
yeah.
back to the sports. Okay, which sport would you rather watch on TV? Would you rather watch baseball or basketball?
Mm, Probably basketball, actually. I love baseball, but I like going to games better than watching it on TV.
I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. Now, are you a Phillies fan?
Yes.
Okay. God bless your heart. No doubt about that. I do like the Phillies, but I'm a Padres fan, so that's probably
Okay.
the only time that we're going to be going against each other. Because
That's okay.
I think we're going to match up in the playoffs, and obviously we'll have to come back on here at some
Yes.
point, and we'll have to talk about that for sure. No
Yes,
question.
for sure.
Okay. That's what's up, though. I like that. Which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
I guess bowling, but I'm not very good at bowling.
I would say, okay, would you say that you're worse at badminton?
I don't think I've ever played badminton actually.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord.
I
Okay. Well,
know.
that's all right. Listen, that's okay. Um, that just means that you know your lane and you staying in it. At least you play basketball. That's what matters.
I
So you
did.
play
Yeah.
basketball. Okay, that's cool. Do you like desserts?
Love desserts.
Okay. So I'm gonna love asking you this question. There's four categories of desserts that I'm gonna name to you. You have to choose one of these that you'll
Okay.
never eat again. Okay?
Okay.
That's right. You gotta eliminate one. So here we go. The first category is grouped together. Is cake slash pies. The second category is candy. The third category is cookies. The last category is gonna be cookies, candy, ice cream. Which one are you gonna get rid of?
I'm gonna have to get rid of cake and pie.
Okay, that's
I'm
listen.
not happy about it, but I will.
I know it breaks your heart. I saw the angst in your face. I really did. What is your favorite ice cream?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
No, it's not.
Yes. Is that yours?
Well, that's my second favorite.
Oh, okay.
Second favorite.
What's your
Yeah,
first?
it's my cookies and cream.
That's my second.
You are that is you. Why are you lying? That is
I'm
such a lie.
not. I'm
Really,
not. Yes,
really.
cookies and cream.
Wow,
Who doesn't love cookies and cream though?
wow. We are really in sync here. Wow,
Yeah,
second, fifth. I mean, your birthday's the fifth. Now, every time I think of February 5th, I'm gonna think of Britney. So that's what's
I
up. I
know.
love that. That's
It's our birth,
awesome.
or it's our birth week. We share it.
It's, yes, we do. We absolutely do. That's amazing. I want to ask you now. Do you like potato chips?
Love potato chips.
Got you. So I'm gonna name four brands. Same concept. You got to eliminate one of these brands. Okay, so here we go. The first brand is Doritos. The next brand is Ruffles. The third brand is Lay's. The last brand is Pringles. Which one are you getting rid of?
Mm, probably Lay's.
I would say you on point like a period, girl.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I would say. Now you
Yeah.
don't need to, you don't need to name the other three. But what is your favorite potato chip?
Mm, honestly, like a plain potato chip is just so good. Like a plain ruffle, so good.
Girl, you listen. You said Ruffles, which is my favorite. That's my
Yeah.
favorite chip. Yeah.
Like
So,
a plain ruffle is because you can eat it plain. You could put it
mhm,
dip.
yep.
It's
Uh,
versatile.
I love to have buffalo chicken dip with any kind of ruffle chip, and my favorite is barbecue and cheddar, ruffle chips. That's my favorite for sure.
You can ask any of my best friends, and they will tell you I make the best buffalo chicken dip.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to test that theory out. We're gonna have to
It's
test that
true.
theory out for sure because I'm a
Very
huge
good.
buffalo chicken dip fan. I really
Me
am. So,
too. Me
and
too.
I like my chicken dip with a little bit of kick to it.
Yes, me too. I love
Okay.
spicy, like spicy anything.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Okay, say
Mhm.
less. You did very good on the this or that. Very decisive. I really, really love that. I do. Now I want to do some rapid fire,
Okay.
and the rapid fire is going to be a little bit different. Okay, this one, the last one was just this or that, choosing either or. This one is about first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so here we go. Pancakes or waffles,
Waffles,
juice or soda,
soda,
red or blue.
blue.
Favorite Netflix TV series or TV show?
Favorite TV show? It has to be on Netflix.
It don't have to be.
Oh, Friends.
Say what? Friends.
Friends, the TV
Oh
show.
my, oh my gosh. Oh
Wait, is that a
Lord.
bad answer?
No, that's not a bad answer. That's just that's one of the most classic answers that I've been hearing on my podcast. Like there's so many people that love Friends.
It's the
So
best
many
show
people.
ever.
Okay, that's one perspective. That's for sure.
That and right now I'm rewatching Grey's Anatomy, which is another top contender.
Okay, I hope this doesn't break our friendship at all, but I have not seen one episode of Grey's Anatomy of the 21 seasons.
It's so good.
But you have to understand though, Brittany, like that, I'm like a man's man, like for real, for real. It's very hard for me to sit in front of a TV and watch Grey's Anatomy by myself. Being a
Fair.
bachelor, like that,
That's fair.
like that would you would probably look at me like, what's going on here? Like, is there not
That's fair.
another TV show on? You know, is there not a game on that you're not watching? Like, you know what I
True.
mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I commend you because I like that answer. That's a good answer for you for sure. Favorite alcoholic drink?
Oh, Captain and Coke.
Hell yeah, I'm with you on that.
Hmm.
I put some Hennessy and Coke in that too. That's my favorite as well.
Hmm.
Favorite sandwich?
Turkey and cheese.
Really, I'm the same, but I'm on whole wheat bread. Whole wheat bread,
Oh, I
turkey.
love wheat bread. Yeah.
Okay, I got you on that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
A little bit of
Um,
mayo.
ooh, absolutely, girl. Damn it, don't give me. You gonna get me blushing on here? Do you know how hard that is to manage my pigmentation? Anywho, um, you have three people to take with you. So it's 3 plus 1 equaling 4. If you had three people to take with you on vacation, who would those three people be and where would you go?
Hmm. I'm gonna take my two best friends.
Okay.
Their names are Christy and Nina. And I think Christy's watching this right now, but I don't know. So my two best friends, and then I get one other person. Mm.
Another person, yeah. Now they could be friends, family, or celebrities.
Oh, I could pick a celebrity?
You can.
Oh, Taylor Swift. It's me, Christy, Nina, and Taylor Swift.
Wow. Where would y'all go?
Mm. To like an all-inclusive resort on an island.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
shout out to Christy and Mina. I don't know who y'all are, but obviously y'all are wonderful people if you're associated with this one here, because she's wonderful. So shout out to both of y'all, no doubt about it, for being best friends and besties. If you had a choice to listen to three songs or three artists on repeat and never get tired of them, who would those three artists or three songs be?
My three artists would be Taylor Swift,
Okay.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm, Taylor Swift. I might have to put Rihanna in there because she's just so good. I love her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and hmm, a third one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Uh,
I need to change it up a little. Taylor, Rihanna.
maybe put Kendrick.
I do love Kendrick. Honestly, I was thinking Kendrick, or I was thinking more like a rock like band, maybe. I don't know.
You could put
We'll go Kendrick.
AJR. You
We'll
could
go
put
Kendrick.
Kendrick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm
Yeah.
with you on that. Now, favorite board game.
Hmm. I like oh my gosh, what is it called? Trouble? That's the one that has the bubble that
Yeah,
you press? Yeah, Trouble.
that's the one. Okay. That's what's up. Favorite card game.
Card game? Uno.
Oh yeah, Uno's classic. No
Yeah.
question about that. I'm a huge Uno person. I love spades too, but Uno, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
that. If they came to you and they said, Brittany, you do an excellent job in in-game hosting, but we want to give you a chance to do someone else's job for 1 day, and we will swap jobs. Who are you swapping jobs with at the arena?
I would swap jobs with our head of production. Her name's Megan, and she sits up and kind of just when the whistle blows and it's media timeout. She's kind of like the producer of the game.
Hmm.
And she decides what is going to happen for the media timeout, whether it's the game that we have set, if I'm reading an on camera read,
Hmm.
or if they're going to play a video, something. She is kind of making those game time decisions. And one, I think it would be like really cool and kind of ties in my background of producing because that's
Hmm.
literally what I did for 5 years.
Sure.
But two, I think I'd be kind of good at it just because I do have that experience. So
I think you would be amazing. There's no question about that. Last of the rapid fire. If they told you, Brittany, we want you to be an in-game host, but you're going to have to pick one of these four teams. It's in your hometown. Are you going Sixers, Flyers, Phillies, or Eagles? Which one would you be an in-game host for?
Eagles, 100% Eagles. Yeah,
Mm.
that would
Uh,
be if I someone asked me not too long ago what would be your like dream job, and I said something having to do with like media with the Eagles. Not even a specific title, but that is
mhm,
just not even a team that I've been obsessed with for, as long as I can remember, and
mhm.
just watched growing up and everything. But they do so much with their Eagles autism
Wow.
foundation, and they do so much
Okay.
within the community. Um, and they're very involved. When I can't even remember how old I was now, but we got to go to a fundraiser, something. It's called the Ronald McDonald Foundation. It's for
Right.
families dealing with.
Uh-oh.
Mom's calling. It's okay. Did it. Okay, we're good. My mom's calling me. I'm like, what is going on? But so we got to go to the link.
Hmm.
Um, sorry, stop calling me.
You are good. You are good.
I'm gonna have to block her for a second. Um, so we got to go to a fundraiser, like foundation event type thing at the link, with the
Mhm.
Ronald McDonald Foundation, and we got to
Right.
go down on the field and.
Uh-oh. We are live here on IG with Britny Main Farren, in-game host for the Florida Everglades and also an Everbabe captain as well. So we are live here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast on IG Live. Oh, we are back. Hey, how are you doing?
So sorry.
You're good. You're good. No, you were talking about the event about the autism, the Ronald McDonald.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's just it was just awesome to see how involved the team is, and their their like front office and everything. So that's just something, if I could work for the Eagles, in-game host or anything, would be the dream.
I think obviously very highly of you. I think you would be amazing in anything that you do. No question about that. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that to say it, but I think anybody who's been around you will say the same thing. There's no question about that. Your work ethic, your passion, it really shows for what you do and who you are and what you represent and what you're about. I love the fact that you're dancing and paying it forward by giving your time back to the kids and teaching them something that you are absolutely passionate about. This has been an amazing conversation from top to bottom, Brittany. And I'm a new fan of yours. I'm going to continue following you. I'm going to continue to stay in touch with you because I definitely want to try that buffalo chicken dip at some point.
Yes.
And I'm hoping for an Eagles win this Sunday because I'm pulling for you for sure. But before I let you go and get up out of here, I want to ask the final question, which is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, in-game hosting, dancing, or anything at all before we conclude?
I don't think so. Just, advice for anyone is to just like really get out there and try it. You don't know, if you're gonna love it or whatever. Just get out and try, and Don't care what anyone thinks. And also, if you're in the area, come to an Everglades game this year because you'll get to see me. And I can't wait to meet all the fans and just see everybody and be like back in the arena, in the environment this year. So if you're in the area, or even if you're not in the area and you want to just come be in the area for a little bit, come to an Everglades game. It's the most fun. You'll love it.
Yeah, please do. Please go say hi to Brittany. She she is absolutely wonderful, and I want you to enjoy your Friday evening, enjoy your weekend, and you and I will most certainly be in touch.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, and we will definitely talk again.
Yes, indeed.
Bye.